So today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to Chromosomes Studio to do our Out of the Ink episode. Let's do it. All right, we're here at Chromosome Studio with Ryan Wood and Chase Kuker.
What's up?
You guys, when did you guys find, or when did you guys decide to do this adventure? Because this is a pretty impressive studio, honestly.
Man, that's a long story. I met this guy like 7 years ago with his brother.
Almost 8 now.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then they were doing their band thing, I was doing my band thing, and then producing some films. And then we met through a mutual friend, Ellen, just out one night, like last June. No,
Nice.
last May. And he was graduating from doing scoring, so I was like, dude, well, I'm starting a studio up. That's what I do now. And so let's check out and see what we're doing. And like around June, we both started working together since last June, so it's almost coming to a year. And we got this spot here together, and we have these 2 rooms, and wanted to just create a space where we can work with people, do
awesome.
films, whatever.
So you guys do, like you guys specialize right now in trailer music and trailer music production, or do you do everything from artist, from production? Like what would you say you guys have been working on the most recently?
Since June, we've done 7 films.
Wow.
So we scored 7 films.
Been pretty busy with that.
Yeah.
And then in June, that's when we started working with our friend Larry Granite at Think Up Anger Music, which is trailer music. So they do all trailer music, and now we're, the team Chromosomes that works with Think Up Anger.
Oh, cool.
When we do trailer sounds. So we do that equally with the films we're doing.
Oh,
Like
nice.
we're about to start 2 other films scoring. So, but we're doing trailer music every single day.
That's
As
awesome.
well as working with artists for soundtrack placements or for their singles or anything. So
What is your guys' dynamic? Like when you guys work together, do you guys have like a, how do you like split up tasks, or do you guys do separate things at the same time, or?
A lot of times with the trailer songs, he'll kind of lay out a groundwork as far as the structure of the song, and then he'll send it to me, and then I'll kind of add like horns or my string section and stuff.
Oh, nice,
and then,
nice.
Kind of mix it a little bit,
Oh,
and then we send it off to Larry.
Oh,
to
nice.
it's kind of a 3-part process kind of thing.
yeah, and as far as like the work dynamic, it's cool because if I'm doing something, I'll start something, he'll be chiming in. I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it. and I won't do it at first because I want to get my idea. I get my idea down. I'm like, all right, it kind of works. All right, what's your idea now? And then I do it, and it's like, okay, that's what works actually. But it's good because he's patient. But then when he's in there, I can just be like, all right, let's do this, let's do that, and like neither of us get offended by each other. So it's like a good workflow because
Constructive
he just
criticism.
kind of does it, and then I kind of do it, and we just make it work. We don't get offended by, hey, bro, you're being a little too harsh on me right now.
Yeah, we both have good ideas. So
Well, and so Ryan, you went to UCLA, studied film scoring, right?
Mhm.
How was that
Little
experience?
2-year program.
Yeah.
It was good. It was definitely something that I wasn't expecting that I would be doing, but it was.
Because you started out as a drummer, like
Yeah.
in bands.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different path that I never thought I would be in. But Renzo Bravo, I think you did an interview.
Yeah,
with him
he was on.
recently.
He was on last week.
Hey, Renzo's a man.
Bravo,
Yeah, he's-
Yeah, I like
he's
him.
doing
Bravo.
well. Yeah, he was in the program, and so he kind of convinced me to join, and I was like, you know what, I have been looking kind of for a new outlet as
Yeah.
far as music goes, and just expanding my horizons with music in general. So I went with that, and I'm glad I did.
You know,
Thank
it's
Renzo.
like it's funny because when I first moved out here. I studied at the LA Music Academy. I did drums, and there's something so satisfying about like full compositions. You know what I mean? Like writing a full song. Because as a drummer, you're always so reliant on other musicians to really be able to do your full thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just really cool to start writing your own tunes. It's so freeing. You feel like because that's what I started doing. You know, I started writing my own songs. It's up to you. You know,
Right.
It's just kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, and it helped that my background was like Pro Tools, so I
Yeah.
always was kind of in the production realm. So
Do you guys do what DAW are you guys what
I work on Logic 10 mainly. So does he,
Okay.
but he can run Pro Tools and everything
Ableton
else.
and-
But
do you guys prefer like if you're going to be recording vocals or like actual audio instruments, do you prefer a certain workstation like Logic or Pro Tools or
I mean, Logic's pretty powerful. I've finally gotten used to it, and
Yeah.
you know, it took me a while because I was pretty stuck on Pro Tools. That was kind of my baby that I had been working towards for 8 years. You know,
I mean, we work on
learning.
it so much, so it's just we're comfortable with it. And I mean, when you're working
Yeah.
with a DAW system, it's just work on what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Everybody can compare all of them. you
Yeah, I
know,
guess
and
it's
say
true.
they like different things, and the people who like this are going to say something about that. And
Yeah.
it's just what you're comfortable with and what you can do with it. And yeah, there is like technical things that sound different through each, but we work through Logic 10, and it's been working for us so far, and it's great. So
That's cool.
yeah.
But so like, I mean, that's like all technological stuff, and that's cool. But we had a really interesting conversation yesterday, and it's kind of more of like, first of all, I had no idea that like you're kind of like your mission statement. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
kind of like what this whole thing was born out of, and your grounding is refreshing. And so I kind of wanted to. That's really what I wanted to get into today, and kind of talk what Chromosomes was all about, and what keeps you going. You know, like with
Yeah,
your
dude,
music,
definitely.
you
I
know?
mean, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Music is secondary to what we do, or why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Because we do music, we get to work with a bunch of great artists, a bunch of great film producers, musicians, trailer people, and we're in connection with people every day. And our main thing is like, we want that connection to last. And when people leave us, we wanted to add to their day or add to something with what we shared, and we get to have great conversation, talk about real life. We work with a lot of people that come in, man, that they're tired of what the music industry can suck you and drain you because it's a lot of work and it's hard. And so we work with tons of people that are just drained. They're exhausted. They've been trying to do this. It's not working because of this politics over here in the industry, or these people promised me something and they didn't do it. So our whole main goal is we want to be the people that are going to do quality work. We're going to do great music, but you're going to have a great time while you're here. You're going to come out feeling a little refreshed because maybe you could get something off your chest. Have a real conversation that's transparent, and we like transparency. And we believe a lot in purpose, man. There's a purpose in every reason that happens, and so we challenge people when we're with them. Let's make this purposeful, and let's make it worth something, and then let's go out and do something with that in the world every day.
Yeah,
And
just
so
leaving more positive than you came in. As far as this studio goes, we people always feel like they're energized when they leave here,
That's a good thing.
or
man.
creative, in a creative sense.
The music industry is in a funny place right now. How do you guys see, basically, I mean, mostly for artists, what do you guys see as like how they're going to survive? Like, because it's all changing. I think that the industry is they're stuck on this dinosaur model of physical album sales. What do you guys see for the future of the music industry and how artists can survive within this like ever-changing paradigm of like content? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a tough question because I don't really know. I mean, I know the music industry and I've been in it and existed, but what we do is very unique because we kind of can dip in the music industry when we want and dip out. We're on the outskirts because we're doing film, trailer, and working with artists. We're not working all the time hardcore with labels every day. That's just, that'll happen here and there. But mainly it's dealing, on a cinematic level with film, television, commercials, and games and stuff. So, I mean, I see it going the way we do it is, start a creative space where you can, be a jack of all trades, but have one, mission statement, one direct thing of, we are creating music for these things.
yeah.
And we can do a lot of stuff. We produce films, we produce videos. We do a bunch of things, but our main thing is we create music for that platform. And we just kind of started it ourselves. And based on, relationships with people and through friends, we've been able to get some really cool jobs and put our show before we tell. Instead of just talking, we're showing what our content and quality is, and then that's talked about around, and that's where I see it going. And then there's always going to be a top echelon that exists in the music industry, but I think it's going to be up for the people who are doing that, not hustling in a shady way, but hustling in a way of where they're trying to put purpose into their music, trying to keep why they love what they're doing prominent, and starting do something for a purpose. And through that, whoever's at the top echelon of the music industry, they'll notice that, and
they'll see that'll be your X factor.
I guess that's how it's going to work. I don't know, actually,
Like
but
more,
that's
you
what
know,
we
like-
keep chugging
like-
along.
You talking about albums or like
Well,
singles?
I think just it's funny because as technology grows, you get like everyone has the ability to record their own music and to push it out there. I mean, with the internet, you can release anything on your own. So now that the market is so saturated, what do you think? I mean, it was saturated with talent too. Is like how do you like climb to the top to get seen? I mean, how do you stay grounded? Would you find would you say like knowing yourself? Like, I mean, what's like the most important thing for an artist that's like doing that's just starting to release their own music or play
probably
shows?
sticking true to your music and being personable with people that you meet around, because more than anything, people will see your personality and tell people about you as a person along with your music.
Okay.
And
And you gotta take risk. I'm a big guy about faith, but faith is not a religious thing. Like, you get on an airplane, you automatically hope the pilot went to flight school, so he knows how to get you A to B.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're not scared of flying, you're automatically comforted on the plane. It changes the way you act and react on that plane because you believe that or have that hope and confidence that he did that or she did that. And we do that every day when we get in a car. We hope it starts. We have faith every day. That's not a religious thing. And so when you believe something that you can't see, or you hope for something, which I do all the time, he does, we find ourselves like meeting people randomly at a bar and like talking to them, getting to know them, and like playing trivia with them for several weeks. And they're like a big, awesome person in their craft and field. And we just become a relationship with them, and one day they're like, what do you guys do? And they get interested, and then we start working with them, and then we start building a career with them. And then through that, it's the same thing. It's just you never know who you're going to run into. You never know what's right around the corner. So you always got to stay that course and hope for the things that you can't see, even when like it's all this crazy stuff coming at you. And when you do that, man, you find you're going to feel more fulfilled in what you're doing, and weird stuff happens. And I mean, we've found ourselves in situations like that all the time. So when things don't seem certain or whatever, we like to believe, all right, let's keep doing what's in front of us. Let's do it well. Let's be skilled at it. And then something comes around the corner, and now we're prepared for it, and we take it on. And that gets spread around. I mean, that's what this city's about. People talk. And, you want to be the person that you should be. So when you meet the right people or you get the right job that comes, you're ready for it. And that's what we strive for.
It's like that whole idea that there's no such thing as luck, but there's just preparedness and then the opportunity.
That's it. You got to be prepared. If you're not, there's a lot of people in this industry that are not talented and not skilled and are up in a big area of music, film, everything. And, it'll last for a little while. But if you're not doing the small things in life to be prepared for the big things, you're not going to know how to handle big things. So
would you say that, like, how do you have endurance in this world? You know what I mean? And, like, or sustainability. Like, do you have any words for anyone that is thinking of, like, not just being a flash? Having someone that can have a lasting career. Do you have any advice for anyone like that?
Go ahead, I'll keep talking.
Sam, what do you got on that? I can't even.
I mean, to be sustainable. I mean, that's what I started. I moved out here 10 years ago. Didn't even know what a music studio was. Barely knew how to play guitar.
Yeah.
I would learn things. I would watch every studio I went to, every person in music I would watch, I would learn. I met some amazing people that taught me a lot of stuff. But I wanted to be sustainable in what I knew what I wanted to do with trailers, with film scoring. And so I learned my craft, and I sat there and I practiced over and over and over until
Every day.
I did the crappiest songs you could think of.
Until you annoyed your roommates.
Until I annoyed, my roommates would be walking in like, what is he doing? And, now I'm actually doing that stuff. And, like, I would take trailers offline and, like, mute the song that was on it and score my own to it. And it sucked
awesome.
at first. But, that's, like, I wanted to be sustainable in what I'm doing. So I just always worked at it and found things to do. And I did a lot of weird, odd jobs I did not want to do. And that you have to throw your ego aside on that, suck it down. Because if you want to do something that's out here, sometimes you got to do these things. But through those jobs, I met people that now I work with. Yeah. And now I do things, and it all comes around as like doing what's in front of you and being quality at it, and not giving into, depression that happens out here easy with everybody. Not giving into, accepting your immediate circumstances as that's truth, because your circumstances can change, without you having any control of it. So that doesn't matter. You just got to keep chugging along and do it. I always challenge people to do what they love for a good purpose, because if you're just trying to be famous and we're just trying to do music for ourselves, it's pointless. Yeah. We have to do something that's putting something back into this world, that's leaving a legacy of something. And, that's what we strive to do in everything. When we work with people, we want what we do to be the easiest, smoothest part of their project. Yeah, because people are dealing a lot with their projects, and we want that to be, more of a benevolent approach to things. Yeah, and that's just kind of that's that in a nutshell, a big nutshell.
That's it. That's a good nutshell. That's a good nutshell. Well, guys,
you explained that better than me.
No, that was great, man. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, so. How can we, what's your social media? Let's get that out there so people can follow you and start.
Chromosomes Music.
Chromosomes Music. Yeah. We'll have it on screen. Guys, thank you for doing this. It was kind of last minute.
Yeah, Chromosomes, because we're both identical twins. He has a twin, I have a twin. Yeah. So we just picked Chromosomes because, there's something in that.
That's cool, too.
It sounds
Look
cool.
it up.
We have chromosomesmusic.com.
Dude,
thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you very
I
much.
will see you guys. We'll probably go grab some drinks later. So.
Yeah. Down. Let's do it.